Sphinx statue is the main wonder of Egyptian archaeology. The Sphinx is very famous and ancient in Egyptian archaeology. Sphinx statue is an Arabic word meaning father of fear. The Arabic name of a giant idol in Giza, Cairo, with the torso of a lion and the head of a man. The name Sphinx statue was popular during the Fatimid period. It was popularly known by its Coptic name Balbek. In ancient times, the word abulhol was applied to the head of this statue because at that time its entire body was buried in sand. People believed that this idol is a talisman that protects the Nile Valley. In the ancient Egyptian giant Mala, this type of sculpture was considered a symbol of the divinity of the pharaoh, and in some sculptures, the head of a ram or an eagle was also made. The Sphinx of Giza was carved out of the same rock near Khafre's Haram. The concept of the Sphinx was actually borrowed by the Greeks from the Egyptian symbol or giant Mala. To the Greeks, the Sphinx was a winged female lion with a feminine face. The Greeks said that the Sphinx lived on a high hill in the Greek city of Utia. Whoever passed by her, she would give them a riddle to solve. Whoever could not tell the correct solution would devour him. Eventually, the hero Oedipus provided the correct solution to the riddle and thus caused his death. The mystery was who it is that walks on 4 legs in the morning, in the afternoon on 2 legs, and in the evening on 3 legs. Anyone who could not solve this mystery would be killed by the monster. Finally, Odysseus solved this mystery. At this, the Sphinx committed suicide by falling off the cliff, and Odysseus became the king of the city. The length of the Sphinx is 189 feet, and the height is about 65 feet. From a distance, it looks like a mountain. This statue was carved out of a large rock around 3000 years before Christ. His human form is said to be an image of the pharaoh, but interestingly, his image resembles that of his brother rather than his image. It is carved out of a limestone hill in the Gaza desert, 60 miles from Cairo, the capital of Egypt. When this sculpture was finished, it must have looked very beautiful because of the contrasting colors used in it. Despite the passage of thousands of years, these colors are visible in its form. On his head can still be seen the traditional headscarf of the pharaoh, and between the image of the serpent on the forehead. The ancient Egyptians called this image of the serpent and likened the headscarf to the 2 outstretched wings of their god. The statue's nose and beard are also broken. The reason for the breakup of these 2 things is that in 820 AD Abdullah Mamun, the son of Caliph Harun al-Rashid, set foot in Egypt with some of his architects to obtain complete information about the interior of the Great Pyramid. Even after trying for a long time, when the Muslims did not get enough success, they broke the nose and beard of the statue of Sphinx statue in anger. The broken nose is on display in the Cairo Museum, and the beard is on display at the famous British Museum in Britain. Between the next 2 sons of Sphinx statue, there is a stone inscription, according to which the pharaoh who ruled until 1420 BC. An incident of his youth is recorded that once, while playing hunt in the desert in front of the Sphinx statue, he fell asleep in the shadow of this statue from exhaustion. At that time, the statue had sunk into the desert sand up to its shoulders, and if it had remained like this for some time, it might have completely sunk into the sand. According to the ancient Egyptians, Sphinx statue was the worldly manifestation of their sun god, Rahurakte. The prince will become the owner of the throne. As soon as he woke up from sleep, The prince did so, and indeed after some time he became the emperor of Egypt. In memory of this event, this pharaoh installed this inscription in the two front claws of Sphinx statue. The age of the Sphinx statue is still undecided. Pharaoh Khufu's reign was around 2600 BC. Even earlier, around 3100 BC, there was the era of Pharaoh Men's. Even before this ancient era, the highly developed civilization of Iraq, Sumerian, reached its peak. Besides, there is so much evidence that proves that the Sphinx is a very ancient masterpiece of human construction, and it is almost impossible to form a final opinion about its age. Who made it, when and why? He is also worshipped as the sun god. With the passage of time, its appearance has deteriorated considerably, and its grandeur, which was mentioned by ancient tourists, has disappeared. Now it presents a formidable sight. For this reason the Arabs have named its Sphinx statue, Father of Fear. The Egyptian government has organized a music and light show for tourists here. I can hear it humming. I'm a Sphinx. During the last 5,000 years, no sun has risen whose first ray has not kissed my feet, and the historians of the coming centuries will also have to rise from my feet to bring their purity and brilliance to the times. How many conquerors, from Alexander the Great of Macedonia to Napoleon of France, have come and gone back or gone forward kissing my feet? They all acknowledged my greatness, that I am great. Greatness is my slave and glory is my sign. Were you there when the armies of the pharaohs would march around me, and I would smile at them, that I only had a smile for everyone? My one smile is enough for love for some and contempt for others.